Hello. Thank you for joining me. I'm Deecee, and I'm late, but I am here. A couple of technical difficulties, but that's okay. We're back, baby. And tonight we are talking about Scentsy, and I'm not even going to pretend that I know all the things, but I'm glad that Wendy's here, and we've got a lot of electronic receipts, and they're redacted. I'm not going to tell you how many hours I've been redacting because it's a little embarrassing, but we're here and we're ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. So I'm excited a little bit. I'm a little bit heated still from Heidi, Mrs. Burnt Popcorn herself. I know I'm not supposed to name call, but I more give it the title. She has earned the title, her ladyship, the Countess of the Burnt Popcorn. Okay? Okay. So, let's play. I'm gonna go OG. The OG intro. Let's go. Oh my god, that's loud.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't forget. I've been thinking too much lately. I just need to clear my head. I just need to clear my head. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And you may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. Now I'm gonna burn all the bridges between us.
We really are going OG tonight. Okay. I haven't worn my headphones in a while. We're a lot members and I are going to update, keeping the song, changing the changing some of the graphics, but that's neither here nor there. We may squirrel trail a little bit. We have a little bit of video that I do need to export because I had to cover her face a little bit. She has blocked me on TikTok, which I didn't expect because I didn't even know. I was surprised. Maybe that's just a fluke. Maybe she hasn't really blocked me on TikTok, but I was able to grab that one video that Wendy sent me, but I could not grab any other videos because it says I can't access her account anymore. So that was a surprise. And I'm redacting her face for now, but she may be our Tony Zalecki of Scentsy. Who knows? Who knows? Who freaking knows? So, hello. This is the first time in 4 years that I've done so much redaction, but also ChatGPT will redact things for you, which I just discovered 4 hours in. So, thank you, Marie. For me, the joy is real, especially after names I was just called by these Huns. Listen, we are not here for the ad hominem, so you know what? The gauntlet has been thrown. At least come with the logic. If you're going to say MLM is the way, lay down the logic. Don't just revert to, oh my God, ad hominem. No thanks. No thank you. You haven't missed anything. We did the intro. We're going to talk about Scentsy, and we have the receipts. The receipts are about to come out. Now, if you've never been to a live stream before, they're long, okay? I'm trying to condense my recorded videos down, but if you saw my recorded videos, they're kind of like an hour. I love talking to the live chat, so sometimes the live streams are long. By sometimes, I mean all the time. If you're not used to that, hello. Yes, and TikTok might be a fluke. Has that ever stopped me from getting around that? No. Could I do that quickly? No. But we have 2 videos to watch, and she, has a lot to say about, and, people who have failed in multi-level marketing. So we just exported that. Delightful. Quit that. Quit that, quit that, quit that. Before we begin, highs and lows. If you are a subscriber, let me know what your highs and lows are. We don't do toxic positivity here. I've been doing highs and lows since I was an outpatient / PHP, so I'll go first. My high was I was able to, work out with my mobility guy today. My low was bad pain day, but here I am. This is another high because Scentsy, I'm learning as much as I can before World Tour. And also his lordship, the burnt popcorn of Utah. I love that. I love that everyone is gonna get to know what goes on behind the scenes. So short-lived the wax, the burnt wax of Utah. Britt Hero, 10 months. Let's go. All right. Now I can hear everything. Moving on up. Where's my remote control? We're on blue. Fireworks coming in hot. Close your eyes if you're sensitive. We are going to have a panda, and we're going to do moving on up.
Well, we're moving on up to the east side, to the deluxe apartments in the sky.
Thank you so much. I'm very grateful to the members. We're still flashing. Oh, I forgot to put the fireworks on. I'm doing the best I can. The executive functioning may not work today. So, high, finally got motivation to clean today. Low, I'm supposed to do a vision board for therapy to help me see the future, but I'm struggling to imagine what future me would like to like. Michaela, that's okay. No rush. No rush. No rush. What's going to happen if it takes you longer than normal? Nothing. Nothing. And if you do something and you change your mind, that's okay too. High, I get to go shopping later. Low, I can't afford a treat this week. But that's okay because I can get something next week instead. I love that. And you know what? I love that you get to enjoy it next week. And maybe if you can, get to do something for free, maybe watch a show or watch something on YouTube. That's fun. I don't know if you have a game you can play. Hi, I'm finally over the worst cold I've had in years. Low, the rain is coming back tonight. I love the rain. I love that you love sunshine, though. Okay. I did learn a lot about Scentsy while making a video about Scentsy yesterday. I learned that Heidi's last name is Thompson. I learned that the Scentsy Club is this. As I was like, I was so confident. I do have a screenshot, though. I have this little guy. Scentsy Club is a subscription program that lets you schedule recurring shipments of your favorite Scentsy consumables, aka the stuff that runs out, to be delivered directly to you. And Scentsy Club also offers exclusive perks available only to subscribers. However, it's a trap. Insert Star Wars, whatever. It's a trap because you put things on subscription, and then if one of your items retires, you have to keep ordering it to be able to have it for eternity. And if you put it off of subscription, you never are able to get it back. So it's a way for Orville and Heidi to get you scared to order something for the rest of your life. Because if you stop ordering it, you lose it forever. So there's a lot of things in multi-level marketing where they get you to inventory load, where the company wins, which is all the time, and the customer, the glorified customer, which is the rep, mostly loses. 99% of people. Sounds like a hostage sitch. If you've got a pulse and you've got a credit card, welcome to multi-level marketing. Calling Admiral Akbar, stat. Nick, you're my people. Thank you. I got a little Scully. It's a little low. You know what I mean? But that's okay. Wendy is our resident Scentsy expert. And actually, I'm going to take off the 15-second interview screen sharing shortcuts. Can I take this off? How do I take it off? I want to take off the thing where it disappears after. Oh, here we go. Because I want y'all to be able to read it. Statistics show that when people put things on a subscription, they tend to not cancel for quite some time. Same when a store offers a rebate, only like 10% take advantage of them. Again, multi-level marketing companies win when you order. And we talked about this yesterday. MLMs cannot track customer sales. They can track when reps purchase from the company. And then the reps are the ones that track the customer sales. So. Oh, that's good. That's good. You get to spend time with your partner. Let me read. Which one should we read first? I think that Aaron was the one that potentially reacted to this video. And we're going to read the comment section. Then we're going to read Orville's comment, which is a chunk. Well, we're going to read the comment section. Then we're going to read the rage text. And then we're going to read the transcript of the rage voice message, potentially in baby snark. And just so our sensory sensitive buddies, our sensory sensitive squirrels in the chat, don't get surprised. This is what it sounds like. This is our baby snark.
And it's like potentially super annoying, but we use it frequently. And if that like puts you off, it's gonna put you off for the rest of eternity because we use it a lot. This is Baby Snark, and
this is Polite Demon Lawyer. We use it for, situations that call for potentially people on the FU list. So, but mostly we use Baby Snark, okay? Okay.
So, just so you're not surprised, welcome to the cluster. All right. I did miss an F word on the video yesterday, but we do use cursey words. So if you're free range listening, suit up. Okay. Okay. Sorry. That's all the. I think that's all the warnings. All right. I am a little bit nervous because I'm not normally. I did my best to prepare, but this could go south very quickly. What do I want to do? I'm trying to consider my options. Quit. 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 Okay. Stream order. Image A. Which I think this is the first one. We're gonna do this. Apologies. I'm new here. Wrong. Sorry. Yes, we did not do this correctly. Oh, God. Don't worry, I will make the text bigger. And sorry, once this is fixed, we will be good to go. Normally, it is half a cluster, not as much of this cluster, but my apologies. Okay. And we are going to... What I tried to do is... The two people you want to focus on is I have a smiley emoji and a grumpy emoji because those are the main characters, and the main character is our buddy in the chat, our special Wendy, and we can't tell you who the grumpy character is, but you'll see the grumpy character throughout. I did give up on the colors, but I tried to color code people in the redaction so you can see who's talking. So we're gonna read through this, and I'm not gonna say the person who is the grumpy person. I say grumpy. With love. I mean, I would be grumpy too if I was losing money in MLM, but what am I trying to say? We don't know. Let's be on our best behavior, okay? These folks are some... I don't know if... Actually, I don't think Aaron reacted to them. This is a video... that Wendy posted to a group. We're not watching it. This is the start of... the dumpster fire of the comment section that we're going to go through. This is the tea. This is the piping hot, burn your tongue, lose feeling for several days. You're never going to be able to taste food. Tea in the chat that starts the cat fight of... I'm not going to say of death. If you want to... It's going to be... You're not going to regret. You're not going to regret what's about to happen. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. And we can thank Wendy for this. And I hope to God that I redacted everything correctly. The claim was that they had another business and it wasn't allowed, allegedly. And I don't know who reacted to this video. The two in this video were terminated in August of 2024 by Scentsy. They were at the very top and lost it all with an email. And we're going to go through and we'll read this. Can I zoom out a little bit? Oh, sorry. What did I do? Sorry. I'm doing my best. All right. It seems as though many MLMs are going to affiliate marketing rather than keeping the MLM model. Also, it appears that a lot of them are canceling those at the top for reasons that no one can get an answer to. Several other companies are going through it, and now Scentsy is canceling those at top without what seems like no valid reason. People do not ever rely on an MLM. People do not ever rely on an MLM for your sole source of income because it could be ripped away with just one email. Make sure this is something in addition to a regular income and not something you rely on solely for your family. Just a word to the wise for anyone who is using this as their sole income or considering it down the road. This is not your business in any way, shape, or form and can be ripped away in an instant. And we talk about this. Hero, howls to you all. We talk about this all the time. You're a 1099 contractor. You're not an employee. You're at will. Goodbye. Right? You can be gonzo in an instant. And they were. And so we are going to dive into the comment section. And it gets spicy. Okay? It gets so spicy. Oh, maybe Savannah reacted to them? Somebody did. Oh, maybe Sam D. We don't know. If nobody reacted to them, we can take a look. Oh, Savannah did. Or Sam D did. Do I have Sam D? If I don't have Sam D as a shortcut, one of the mods can link Sam D, or y'all can just go to the search bar and type SAMDEE space Scentsy, and the Scentsy expert will come up. There we go. The Sam D. Perfect. Okay, here's the next. There we go. Here is the next one that's coming up. Now we have a video. The person with the grumpy emoji, that's the video that we're going to play. And we have more videos, okay? So we're not just going to read the whole time, but the grumpy one will be Baby Snark, okay? I'm just going to double check. I'm going to skip over this one. It was just people coming into the group, and the grumpy person was like, so glad you're here. Welcome to the group. And it was all of the rules type of thing. And so this post was in that group. That was not a pointless picture, but it was just the admin who's the grumpy person. The person who is threatened with actual questions about Scentsy. That is the introduction to what's going on. And that grumpy person is who's going to be on the video. I'm saying grumpy because the emoji, so y'all recognize who's who. A, B, C. I hope these are in order, but if they're not, please be gentle with me. All right. Not everyone has emojis because the main characters are the grumpy person and Wendy, okay? The grumpy person is hot pink. The sunglasses is Wendy. The other colors, so y'all can see, who they're responding to.
Okay. They try. They do their best.
I'm not sure. I'm sure it's not easy. I see it going on all the time. It makes it so hard for us honest ones. And then Wendy said, I've turned in several over time who are selling hundreds of wax bars and room sprays a week, and some are very easy to figure out. However, they're still on eBay and still a consultant. That does make it hard because they're selling below retail and making maybe 5%. But when you're selling that many, it adds up. Some are so obvious, too, using their real names in real cities. I'm sure this is out of order. But this just gives you the idea of the energy that starts to build up with the conflict, okay? Sounds fishy. How can they get away with it? I don't know, but it's still happening. Making those consultants a good living, though. The one lady was doing hundreds of room sprays a week because it shows how many sold in a time frame. That's insane. It's not fair. Sure isn't. I found it a couple of years ago, but I don't use eBay all that much. Probably a good thing, then I don't have to see it. If I'm not seeing it, my husband is. Then I have friends telling me all the time. Amazon too. Now Scentsy can prevent by working with Amazon to have them removed. I owned a two-way radio, and many commercial products like Motorola and Kenwood were not allowed online, and Amazon was notified and would not allow the product. So the conversation continues. This was supposed to be before that, but sorry about that. Here we go. Sorry, friends. Okay. I have never considered Scentsy my business. It's my hobby. It's been my hobby. Been with Scentsy 7 years. I do great. I also work full time and make good money, so I just have 10 years. Then I can retire and do full time my hobby. And then Wendy said, it's great and a smart thing to do. However, I've seen some young people lately quitting their jobs to do this full time, and this above is a fear they should know about. If you get canceled, you just have no backup, no recourse, and worst of all, no money for your family. Of course, that's my opinion, but it's evident and it can happen. When you work for someone, you can always get fired. Consider that fact that working for as a W-2 employee, you can get unemployment, paid for unused sick and personal time, health insurance, continuation, etc. As a 1099 subcontractor, you get none of this. Some states may offer unemployment benefits, but it's not easy to come by and limited to a handful of states. So, while you may think you have an argument, when it comes right down to it, it doesn't hold water. There's a huge difference between being a subcontractor versus working for a corporation. Let's not confuse the two. This canceling those at the top seems to be a thing lately within many MLMs, and moving to affiliate marketing is becoming big as well. But this is why relying on an MLM as your sole source of income as a 1099 subcontractor could put you and your family in jeopardy, especially when, as a couple, you're both involved. I was wondering if the U.S. has national unemployment insurance. Heck no. Nope. Additionally, I hear all the time that those at the top hang with the CEOs, have retreats, etc., and they'll never do such a thing. They're different, but obviously that means absolutely nothing. Do y'all want to hear a gentle, if not... Sorry, door came in hot. Do y'all want to hear a non-dangerous conspiracy theory about why people at the top are getting canceled in Scentsy? Because I think they were doing it in Beachbody too. I was like, do y'all want to hear this? And I didn't wait for an answer. I'll take a sip of my energy drink because that is such a great idea this late at night. I think this is the exact brand color of Scentsy's teal. Oh, regrets have been made. I think that Scentsy is in a financial clusterfuck, and they are looking for ways to trip up their top earners with their contracts so that they don't have to pay them out. I love a late night Alani Nu. You're my people. And Wendy knows a lot of the details of the lawsuit, and there are lawsuit things coming up. And y'all know, I know there's a lot of squirrels in the chat. If you don't know why I call them squirrels, why we call ourselves squirrels, it's because of the squirrel trails, okay? Beachbody could not, side note, Beachbody could not pay out the reps because of the reps understanding the comp plan better than Carl Deichler could understand the comp plan. And then Autumn Calabrese gaslit the crap out of the reps for participating in the comp plan the way that they were allowed to participate in the comp plan. And Carl couldn't pay them out. And so I think Scentsy is like, well, we haven't enforced the rules this whole time. But now it's like, okay, you broke the rules. You're out. You're out. You're out. You're out. And when he said, look at Rodan and Fields, went affiliate and settled to pay back wages of $8 million, finalized October 30th, 2025. Yeah, maybe. And with the lawsuit, them having to pay back things, allegedly, or maybe in the future, they don't have the money. So now the top people, they can't do it. So they're like, nice knowing ya. Bye. Was there a term for that Fibonacci spiral, but spiraling smaller? A crash out? Is that what it's called? What's that pasta that starts with an F? Fettuccine crash out? Is that what we're gonna go with? I'm sorry. Welcome to my channel. Premium content. If they are going to start doing that, they need to go after the ones who are buying and reselling on eBay, just saying.
They try. They do their best.
So then that was supposed to go into the one I just read. Sorry for the confusion. The ABC law says any control over consultants means they're employees. Oh, rip. Rip, rip, rip. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, Orville and Heidi. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. How devastating. I'm devastated for you. I can't wait to see what happens with the lawsuit. Yep. Our other Wendy, isn't that pretty much what happened with the Justin Prince guy too? He was supposed to get a big paycheck, $300,000 in 1 month, at the end of the quarter when he was fired. Yep. And the interesting thing was, he said, I was terminated because they said I was going to start a multi-level marketing company or whatever. He made some big deal about a venture capitalist situation, and then they didn't have the money for it. And, well, it was convoluted. There wasn't really details. He said something about being accused of starting a multi-level marketing company. He denied it. Then all of a sudden, oh my God, Make Wellness a multi-level marketing company. Hello? What? I don't even think they would qualify for private disability insurance. You would be correct. Came for the anti-Scentsy, staying for squirrel trails and hoping for kazoos. You came to the right place. You came to the right place. Let me... Okay. I'm putting the next picture up. I'm just marking the ones that I've already done. We're saving the text conversations. We are coming over here for the people who got canceled. Why is this one not redacted? And why is this one not redacted? Mother trucker. Please hold. Talk amongst yourselves. I know I downloaded these in the redacted form, so ChatGPT is just gonna help me out real quick. We're gonna have uncute redactions. I definitely know I redacted these. That's okay. Please. Well, that's okay. Technical difficulties happen, and we say that we're fueled by technical difficulties. By we, I mean I. So grab your popcorn. Orville would love that. Actually, he probably doesn't care. I cannot stop thinking about Orville Redenbacher when I hear Orville. I know y'all don't care, but I care very deeply about that. I cannot stop. And now I have fiber. Hence the relaxation of the rules like allowing promoting other MLMs online the end of May 2025, EOM after the lawsuit was served on May 8th, 2025. Yes, Lillian of Bomb Party did the same thing and absolutely wrecked her multi-level marketing company. Absolutely wrecked it. Technical question for anyone who might know, what's the best way to rip videos from online course platform? Depending on Is this my birthday? It depends on so Scentsy back office is Vimeo, so you need to have a special extension for Chrome, which is free. And I use Wondershare for pretty much everything else. Private Facebook pages, I use Facebook Private Downloader, which is a website. You have to use it in Chrome. Online course platform. Mozilla Firefox works. It just depends. Which are you using? Kajabi? I need more information. Okay, we have the redactions. You can get a lot from the Google Chrome extension store. You just have to try a lot of different ones. For the back office for Scentsy, I'll tell you which one I use. It's called Vimeo Downloader Queue System. Queue. For private, if you are a member of a private Facebook group, I use This one, this is the link. You need to use it in Chrome. Just follow the directions. Don't click on any links in it, okay? And if you don't click on the yellow button that says, oh my God, we couldn't download it. I have video tutorials on my channel to help people. Some of them are unlisted because I don't want multi-level marketing people to like make it easier. Scentsy was hard to figure out. Wondershare I pay for, but Wondershare works really well. If you cannot figure it out, a lot of people just DM me and I help them. I also use, what do I use? I have not met a video I cannot rip yet, so sometimes it's just a process of finding the right browser and the right, sometimes you have to view source so you can find the correct link. Oh, welcome to Illyria. Thank you for becoming a member. Sorry, we're just waiting for these. They just downloaded. Please hold. Welcome to Illyria. She's the man.
Horatio Gold, headmaster. So very pleased to meet you. So very, very pleased.
Hello, sir. Heard you wanted to see me.
I'd like to say welcome. Welcome to Illyria. Welcome, 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 welcome to Illyria. I just wanted to have you in to say welcome.
That there's no reason that is actually on brand, because that is just what went through my head when I first, my brain. Okay, anyways, it doesn't matter. Do you have any? I'm just going to read you this one because we're just going to keep moving. And I just messed up, okay? We're just going to pivot and I'm just going to read it to you. Just like in kindergarten, except we don't get to see the pictures. So I apologize for that. And we'll just be embarrassed tomorrow. Unless I saved them over here. You know what? Let's just read this one for now. We'll just do our best to do our best. And it's okay that we messed up. It's okay. I got canceled. Can you please share what happened? They canceled me because I refused to stop working for another company, even though neither company are affiliated, nor do they sell the same products. I was canceled because I refused to stop having another source of income. It's sad on Scentsy's part. They got turned in by some jealous person trying to get to the top, but I can tell you this. Any customer they have will immediately cancel their buying of Scentsy and any account they may have with Scentsy, like whiff boxes. I personally contacted all my customers about what Scentsy did to me. They refused to give me all my money back from Scentsy family reunion, even though it was 3 months beforehand. You shouldn't have to pay for a website to run a business that you don't own. What a chicken nugget. Now, we don't call names, but chicken nuggets allowed, numpty is allowed, burnt chicken nugget is allowed. The reason we do chicken nugget is because when my nephew was 3, he and my dad, who he calls Papa, he called my dad a chicken nugget, and they still do that. They go, "You're a chicken nugget," and so that is what we allow. And if you don't know what chicken nugget means, you know what it means in the context of saying it. You're a chicken nugget. That is why there's a chicken nugget on the intro. Okay? Okay. So you have an email that states that Scentsy asked you to quit Thrive or else you would be canceled as a Scentsy consultant. And then Wendy said, and as her upline, I was copied on all those emails. Interesting that others get information about you if you actually own the business. Why? It shouldn't be anyone else's business other than between you and the company. But in this case, she got the email, and I and the superstar director were copied on all of them. And I know I have an email, and I'm just going to double check. Oh, that's for the graphic. Okay. And then
she enters the chat. This entire thread is gross. If you only knew 0.10 of what you think you know and the hate you spread. Exclamation point, hard return. Legal has to be involved and heavily involved in order for an account to be terminated. If you for a second believe they are innocent or there isn't an entire other side to this, then you are very naive. Exclamation point, hard return. Redacted. You were also given a choice. You broke the rules and you were given opportunity to correct it and you chose to leave. Again, more to everything, and I'm so sick of the victim mentality and bashing of others. Exclamation point, hard return. Stop. You have mother of value of anything nice to say ever. Exclamation point, hard return. Scentsy cannot defend themselves on these matters, so it's easy for them to be bashed. Exclamation point.
Welcome to the drama. Feel free to unsubscribe. Oh, okay. So, the defense of Scentsy, even though there's no empathy, you notice that she comes in hot for Scentsy, even though there's no listening to, hey, I got canceled, even though I wasn't doing a competing MLM. I wasn't bashing Scentsy. I wasn't doing anything to say that I was leaving Scentsy. I was trying to supplement my income. And then when I was terminated, I wasn't even given a refund, even though I reached out 3 months before Scentsy family reunion even took place. And then we come down here and there's no acknowledgement. Wow, that sounds really frustrating. It's just, I'm going to go in hard, and I can't believe that you are attacking the mothership. I can't believe you are attacking our Lord and Savior and his Queen, Mr. and Mrs. Burnt Popcorn themselves. What? Hello? It is cult tactic 101 of where are the bite model? Influence continuum. So I messed up. Don't look at the arrows. I messed up on the top arrow. So like, I have to fix that. You have constructive, healthy influence on the left side. You have destructive, unhealthy influence on the right side. Individuals, leaders, organizations. I did not come up with this. Steve Hassan did. I'm not a when I was working, long story long, I'm a fan of the principles. I'm not a fan of his perspective on people. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. So, we have the person who went hard for Scentsy without even acknowledging the person. So, the elitist, the claiming of absolute authority, that idea, the hate, the kind of the cult identity, the I'm gonna defend Scentsy at all costs, that's more on the destructive side of things. Does that make sense? So if we're think about that as we move on. It gets worse. It gets worse. Okay? Yeah, Rob Fitzpatrick stuff is good. It's good. It's good, it's good. Close. Close. Sorry, please hold. I'm pulling it up. I had them ready, but then I didn't have them ready. Here's the next one. So we just read this part, and I'm not going to scroll down, okay, because I messed up on that, okay? Well, maybe you should fill me in. As for being canceled, she was part of another MLM completely unrelated and per the terms of the agreement. You are in fact allowed to do so. If we want to get into gross, let's talk about how abused those at the bottom who are vulnerable are treated. I can show you hundreds of screenshots of such, and that to me is gross. Forgo your kid's school lunch for your website. It's only a $75 order. Spend the money. The list goes on and on. How about flaunting your paychecks online, stating if it weren't for your downlines losing money, your checks would only be $1,000 or less, but because of them, your checks are anywhere from $15,000 to $66,000. How about coming at someone and bashing such a person, me, stating the other person is sick? Really? Apparently, you haven't listened over time to the fact that my husband is dying and I lost a finger and portions of others due to cancer. No, instead, you came at me because I asked a compliance question. I asked compliance a question. Your apology hasn't been accepted either because it only came after I spoke to the legal department of Scentsy regarding the situation. That's gross. Hi, Aaron. Here's Aaron's channel. Whenever I go exclamation point name, Nightbot, who's sometimes very naughty, puts the link in and you can go click and subscribe. Oh, big word coming up. Oh, cool. Yeah, tell me about different creators. I like to share people I watch, so I can make sure I give good recommendations. I don't like to surprise my audience, you know what I mean? And I feel like y'all give me good recommends because y'all know kind of the vibes.
Let me clear my throat. That is disquieting, and anyone who teaches that needs to go! Exclamation point. Hard return, hard return. Why are you here? Hard return. You are always mean. Always negative. Find the negative in every single situation. You think you know more and better than anyone else. And if anyone tries to be helpful or positives, you say it's for their own gain. The pain you carry around oozes out in everything you say. I will pray again for peace and understanding. You need some healing, and I'm tired of trying to soften your coldness. You haven't a clue. I'm guessing she meant clue about this situation, and yet here you are speaking like you have first-hand knowledge. Hard return, hard return. When you agreed to be a consultant, you agreed to certain terms, and when you decide not to follow those terms and agreements, you are indeed violation of said contract, and since he has an obligation... She? What? Has an obligation to the rest of the field to abide by them. This includes exactly what... Oh God, I'm just... My bad. I'm just... Sorry. I'm just ruining my life right now. Oh God. Sorry. Welcome to my channel and technical difficulties. Sorry. I know. Marie's like, hello. Includes exactly what blank and others have done. If you think since he could just fire somebody or terminate a contract without legal backing, you are sadly mistaken. What is the last word? I don't know. Sadly mistaken. Meh. Unknown last two words.
Grumpy. Erin and I were talking earlier, and she was giving me some advice. And I was like, okay, I want to do this and this. And I think I'm going to do this. And I'm going to work on reels and stuff. And then as I'm doing this stream, I was just thinking to myself, I'm probably not growing because of this. The hard returns. And the squirrel trails. And forgetting to redact stuff. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We'll work on it. I'll work on it. And the baby snark. I do like doing the hard returns. I can't give it up. Okay, do you have any other sources regarding top people being shut down? I'm going to read this one next. We're going to take a break from the rage, okay? We need some Jerry Springer clips, don't we? Do we need Catherine Tate right now? I feel like we need Catherine Tate. Right?
Ask you a question now.
Just wait.
But can I just ask you a question? I only want to ask you a question. Can I ask you a question? I'm just asking you a question. Can I ask you a question?
Wrong one. Maybe I just need to delete this one so that I don't accidentally press it. Do you have any other sources regarding other top people being shut down? I hope there are other danger signs on that high horse. I'm glad I didn't take a drink. I'm glad I didn't take a drink right then. I have to be so careful not to ingest anything when Nick is saying something, because Nick's commentary is just gold. Hello, welcome in. Not in Scentsy, but other MLMs. Look at Monate. They canceled the first consultant they had who made them millions over the years. And bingo, just canceled like that. Several MLMs recently have also changed from an MLM model to an affiliate marketing model. Saint, Rodan and Fields, Pure Romance, and Beauty Counter has gone out of business, as well as a linen MLM in Australia. Avon and Tupperware also filing bankruptcy. But this sounds like they weren't following the Scentsy policy in this video. They weren't able to provide the evidence required. The problem I have is I see a million people not following the rules, and it sounds more like they couldn't give them an exact reason. Same thing happened with Monate, and while they tried to nail them on non-compliance, the company couldn't point to anything specific, and the consultant is now suing them. It's an interesting lawsuit within Monate that's going on, and I tend to go with the consultant on that after reading the suit. Hi, Mila. Hello. The issue here is that we have a 7-minute video with no evidence, the emails, recordings of the meetings, etc. So there is only speculation at this point. I don't think Scentsy is just removing people because they don't want to pay them. These people make pennies compared to what Scentsy as a corporation make. That's literally the... Okay. I wanna pick up the phone and call Marge. I mean, I want Marge. Marge needs to page, but like, there's nothing for her to say to Fred, other to annoy the shit out of him. But like, okay, sure thing. I had one of my downlines canceled for joining another MLM, not even remotely related to the Scentsy product. So there's that, and that's these are out of order. I'm so sorry. You do realize that I am the owner of this group, right? I don't... Oh. I forgot. This is our grumpy lady. This was a mistake. Whoops.
I think this is our grumpy lady. Please hold. I just want to double check. Sorry, that was probably annoying. I think this is grumpy lady. Do, 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 do. Oh no, it's not grumpy lady.
It's different. She's a different lady. You do realize that I am the owner of this group, right? I don't need your passive-aggressive laugh react. Do you need a Snickers? Are you hungry right now? There is no reason to be snooty with me right now. What? You need a nap. And I don't appreciate it. You made a bold statement regarding the company we both work for. Because if you don't work for them, why are you even here? The question mark goes on the outside of the parentheses. Oh, don't be rude, Deecee. Oh, and all I am saying is that there is no evidence that Scentsy is getting rid of people at the top or moving to affiliate marketing. You need to be anti-MLM, and if you are, why are you here? It's weird. I hate Snickers. You know, the like, you're not yourself when you're hungry or whatever, and then it's like someone turns into somebody else. I was just, that's the commercial I was thinking of. The admin contacts Grumpy to join the group. What is this? High school? Oh my god. Wow. Wild. This is wild. We're gonna watch a video in a second, so... Well, not a second. Okay. Hold on. These are not redacted. Okay, these are redacted. I'm sorry, I got all these out of order. We don't need to do this one because Wendy already told us the details. We already did this one. I'm marking them off. We already did this one. And we already did this one. Perfect. We have an email and text messages to read. We have an ad hominem to read. We have Orville to read. We have a nasty voice message to read. We have an ad hominem to read. We already did this one. It's okay to do the text message, right? Ooh, natural vanilla ice cream? That sounds great. I think I redacted everything in the text message. Kayla. I know I have. The voice message is going to be great. And baby snark. Stream content, compliance email. And we're going to show that we'll show the graphic, which looks awful.
This is for the mess.
And then we'll do the Actually, let's just do Orville real quick. Because he's the reason that everybody's so... lovably culty. Is that the right word for it? Oh no. All right. Polite demon lawyer. Actively cross-stitching and clocked the embroidery in the background concerning Melaleuca's business model. Amy made that for us. It says Melaleuca is an MLM in our opinion, and it has our squirrels on it and our kazoos on it. It's incredible. It's incredible. And it's Amy. It's incredible. Amy gave it to us, and they like... So,
I will be back here, okay? Speaking of people with no clue, just keep touching that. Okay, I'm gonna get my blanket ready. Speaking of people with no clue, Scentsy is a direct selling company. Scentsy, I'm sorry.
Let me just, before we dive into this nonsense, direct selling is an umbrella, and under the umbrella is door-to-door sales, multi-level marketing. Okay? It's anything that somebody is moving a product to somebody else. It is an umbrella. So no shit. No shit? Multi-level marketing is direct sales. It is an umbrella, and MLM is underneath the umbrella. So like it's potato. I don't know what to tell you. It's like, I just need to make a graphic. It's a little umbrella, door to door. Well, I guess MLM could be door to door too. It lives under an umbrella. That's it. Door to door could be like MLM could live under door to door too. Door to door doesn't necessarily mean like that you are an MLM. Door to door is salesperson to customer. Like someone selling roofing services to someone who needs a roof, or someone selling insurance to after a roofing services after a storm, or someone selling painting services to exterior painting services to someone who needs painting, exterior painting, or someone going and selling what's it called? Sidewalk cleaning, power washing services to a homeowner, knocking on door to door. Like, or the Rainbow Vacuums, that was a multi-level marketing company that was also door to door, that like MLM can live under door to door sales. It is like, are you recruiting and do you make commission on your reps, and how many levels does it go down? However, if you are waiting till all of your customer sales come in and then you only get paid your commission after all of your customer sales come through, that is a little bit different and more ethical than regular multi-level marketing, in my opinion. Marco did a good video explaining. Solar panels. Yep. The, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints coming and trying to get you to join their church. Door to... Yes. Exactly.
Okay. Scentsy is hard return. Scentsy is a direct selling company. Scentsy always has been a direct selling company. I was the executive chairman of the Direct Selling Association. Heidi and I are in the Direct Selling Hall of Fame. We have personal relationships with people in every country and at every level of Scentsy that we love like family. We don't need the fame. We aren't chasing money. We have held consistent to our principles, and when we had no income, when Scentsy was the fastest growing consumer products company in the what? I forgot what it was called, 500, when Scentsy sales dipped, when Scentsy doubled in size in 4 months in response to the pandemic, when Scentsy sales return to normal, even when people who have no clue what they are talking about spend all their energy to peddle falsehood and innuendo, we have been true to our principles. Hard return, hard return. Here's a few. Sell Scentsy to earn money for your family. M-. Don't spend family money on Scentsy. Live within your means. M-. Financial freedom is living off of last year's money. Contribute more than you make. Space. Live arrows out. What the fuck does that mean?
Before we continue, can someone tell me what live arrows out mean? Sorry, I wasn't showing y'all what he was saying. Please forgive me. What does live arrows out mean? Live arrows out? Hello? Live arrows out? That we're all part of something greater, a network of relationships, resources, and opportunity. Arrowsout.co? Empowered wealth? Wait, what? Decline. Wait, it's a thing? Is this a cult? What does it mean to live with an arrows out mindset? See, this is the problem. This is the squirrel trails that we do. Oh my God, I've been streaming and we're not even. That's okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not going to help you fight multi-level marketing. It's not going to help you do better at technical difficulties. Oh my God. What do they do to this picture? That's okay. It doesn't matter. Why did they center align this? M-. Enduring wealth is the kind of wealth that lasts not just for a lifetime, but for generations. It includes your faith, family, values, character, wisdom, relationships, experience, and contributions. the assets that money can't measure but legacy depends on. While financial wealth can be spent or lost, enduring wealth grows when it's shared, lived, and passed on. It's the foundation for positive generational impact, and it's what truly defines a life well lived. Giving generously. This is an organization. I don't know if they're associated with it, but this is an organization that goes around to colleges that talk to wealthy couples or individuals that talk about giving away most of your wealth. At Empowered Wealth, the Arrows Out mindset redefines true wealth. It invites us to shift our focus from personal gain. Why is everything center aligned? Sorry. I must be losing it at this point. I was a creative director before I had to step away because of chronic pain issues, my health issues. So if I get distracted by things, that is why. So I apologize. It invites us to shift our focus from personal gain, live connected. What is this associated with? Why is this pixelated? Why is it all pixelated? Powered by gratitude. Arrows out, TM. No part of this work may be reproduced in any form. Empowered Wealth, Visval. What? We're just going to save this for later so we can investigate. Apologies for getting distracted.
We're back, baby. Our arrows out. Childlike wonder leads to contagious optimism, which leads to love, connection and kindness, which leads to hope, which leads to light, which brings childlike wonder. Industry leading, family. Why is family capitalized? Family friendly, business opportunity. Does anyone know why he keeps putting 4 dots instead of 3? That's okay. Ellipse +1, space, warm the heart, enliven the senses, inspire the soul. Are we perfect? No way. But we do our best, and given enough time, we make things right. Hard return. We also believe in loving our neighbor as ourselves. Is that what this post is about? Okay. Bold. A little audacious. And the golden rule, and turning the other cheek. But, oh, there it is. But, even Jesus turned the tables at the temple when disrespect and corruption threatened what was most important. I think I need a lint roll before I finish this. You're gonna compare your multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, alleged pyramid scheme, to people selling and profiting at a religious building. in, really? Fraudacious, bold. Okay. Hard return. Yes, we are debt-free, as defined by anyone who is not an angry hack trying to destroy people. No. Oh, now you're only going to put one space. Good job being consistent. No, comma, the California lawsuit is not going to force us to, quote, go affiliate, end quote, whatever that means. My eyes twitching. That lawsuit is about independent contractor status and has nothing to do with compensation structure. No, we are not going to eliminate any current or future consultant who willingly joins, follow the rules, and earns a reward. Yes, we will change processes and programs to align to market changes. Yes, we'll adjust the expectations and reward to align our incentives with productive behavior. Space. Yes, we will run a business like a business, which means some employees will have a seat on the bus, some will not, and some on the bus will have to change seats. None of that means we are going out of business, and none of that means we are abandoning direct selling. Spin changes made during a difficult business environment however you like, but if you bet against Scentsy, it's only a matter of time before everyone knows you were bitter and wrong for no reason but to share your misery. Sir? How very Jesus-like of you. I'm feeling the Holy Spirit right now.
What? Hello? Sir? Fred? Yep, Fred. Hello? Yes. Yeah, it's Marge. Yep. Yeah, it's Marge at the front. No, I am not checking out a customer. No, I am not paging you over the. I am not paging you over the overhead system. No, I am not. And you need to get your hearing checked, sir. Yes, I want to check in the back to make sure. Yes, Orville's Bible has is in stock. I'm sure he is gonna need to come pick it up. No, I don't know if he knows that he ordered it. Yes, I think I ordered it for him. Yes, I think he forgot to read a certain book. No, I know you told me to stop doing this. No, I promise I won't do this after this time. Fred, you are not my dad, Fred. Stop being the boss of me. I am my own person. I can spend my paycheck however I want. No, it is not weird. I can give people Bibles if I want to. Did you read his Facebook post? Fred. Fred, stop. Fred, if you're gonna lecture me. No, I don't need to know how to use no, Fred, I am not paging you over the overhead system. We've talked about this like 1,000,000 times before. No. You are not telling me how to do it again. You need to get your hearing checked. I don't know. When does your hearing go out? You're 20 years older than I am. Oh my God, leave me alone. Oh, yeah. Oh, what is that? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. There's a customer coming in the store. Okay. Bye, Fred. Yes, tell me when the Bible comes in. All right. Goodbye. Oh my God. This is me bickering with my retail coworkers. Do you think that Orville reads his post back and he feels good about it? Because I don't. I don't think he and Heidi read any of their stuff back. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. I feel like my dad just lectured. This is the premium content y'all are missing in your life. I'm just kidding. I know. My real self is coming out right now. Okay. Rude. It is so interesting, Wendy, that you have Orville's number. Like hardcore Orville's number. And let me ask you a question. Who gives a flippity flop if Scentsy is debt free? You can go bankrupt at any time because of a lawsuit. Lawsuits can get expensive really fast, especially if you have to do a payout based off of what's decided. So us people asking the question, hey, are you going to have to go affiliate? Hey, why all of a sudden the change in pattern? And why is it offensive for people to ask questions? Why is it offensive the loyal people saying, or people, I'm guessing the reps plus Wendy asking, hey, I've been ordering from you for a long time. Are y'all going affiliate? Oh my gosh, you're just a hater. What? Hello? Totally, most legit businesses have a loan or two, and that's not a bad thing at all. I don't know if they're sovereign citizens. I would say maybe no. Maybe no. Here's the problem. They say it all the time, and I have a record of all their debts. As long as a debt is on your balance sheet, it's a debt. Call your accountant, Orville. Red Raider, we miss you. I know it's tax season. Now, as angry as Orville is, as sassy, his lordship of the burned popcorn is, Miss Grumpy is very upset. The tea is piping hot. Orville is pissed at Wendy in the chat. Our beloved, our newly beloved Wendy. I have recently connected with Wendy, and this is the Wendy that Orville is pissed at. This is not like a generic Orville's pissed at, like people asking questions. This is the Wendy that Orville is pissed at. This is the, oh my God, this specific person that he is talking about. So, welcome to the fray. The compliance issue. Let us add where did the graphic go? I know I put it in this folder. There's a non-compliant graphic, and we're going to start there. And I know I downloaded it. And then we're going to watch a video. I promised you we're going to watch a video. There's a lot of screenshots that are for the future. Where did it go? I thought that I was prepared. I see it as a small version. It has people jumping with... Found it! Found it. Oops. Found it. Ah. Okay. Commit to Scentsy's 2-year plan and live in style. Focus on what it takes to earn $600 a month, and in 2 years, you could be earning more than most doctors and corporate CEOs make. Oh my God. Attention, could the FTC come to the front of the grocery store? Could the FTC come to the front of the grocery store? Whoever designed this, Kimberly's waiting for you. Becca and Kimberly are waiting for you. Becca and Kimberly are waiting for you. Thank you. Oh, what? Many who have committed to working their Scentsy business part-time for 2 years are already earning more a month than most doctors and lawyers? What? Let me zoom out for y'all. What is the part-time 2-year action plan? Commit to 1 live home party or craft show a week. Keep 1 or more basket parties out a week. Commit to hitting $2,000 in sales a month. This qualifies you for 30% commission. Hire 2 to 3 Scentsy business partners. You're not hiring them. Consultants personally a month. Listen to the live or recorded team calls. Simply do these 5 actions. Teach your new consultants to do the same and watch your paychecks grow. Someone forgot to press shift when they resized that text. Oh, yay. And we used a bunch of different fonts. It doesn't matter. It's a non-compliant graphic. Are you ready to change your future and leave money worries behind? If so, talk to your Scentsy consultant today. Did you know? If you don't know, go follow Robert Frundlaw, Freund. He talks about multi-level marketing actually, and he talks about correct disclaimers on your before and after photos, correct disclaimers for affiliate links. He talks about a bunch of different stuff. It's the type of lawyer that he is. And you can get sued individually as a 1099 contractor if you don't do the right things. Representing the information, sharing the information as you are selling a multi-level marketing product. And the company that you are a contractor for can get sued as well. Oh, how delightful. And Wendy said, oh my God, what is going on? Sorry, my chat keeps going out. Wendy said, and all of these things came from Wendy. So I'm very grateful. That was super kind. Wendy's been riding hard for Scentsy for a long time. The reason I'm doing this is because Scentsy World Tour is coming up. And I just want to do a video and a live stream. And Wendy was like, here you go. So Wendy's been Wendy's the expert, Sam D's the expert. I'm just going, what the hell's going on? What's Heidi's last name? Like, realizing how twisty things actually are behind the scenes. I kind of thought that Heidi and Orville were a little bit bumbly. Like, they had a good team making their website good, and they had a good relationship with Disney, and they made some good products. And yeah, some of their wax melts smelled really bad, but cool, whatever. I don't like them as an MLM, but some of their diffusers were made well. Someone gifted me the R2D2 diffuser. Jen gifted me the R2D2 diffuser. Like, it's really hella cool. I would never buy any Scentsy products. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, every MLM product is shit. I don't believe that to be true. It was hard when I was in MLM to sit as someone listening to anti-MLM, hearing people say every single MLM product is shit, because I didn't believe that. And there are some good MLM products. Am I still going to buy it? No. Did I have a weak moment with Bomb Party early on in my anti-MLM journey? Yes, that's a story for another time. But anyways. And to find out yesterday, when Heidi was sharing the story about the mom who said, if my son can learn how to walk again, then I can learn how to rebuild my team again. And Heidi was totally fine sharing that story to do the logical fallacy of appeal to emotion to get people last year at the Scentsy, what's it called? Scentsy family reunion. My eyes were open to how twisty she is as a co-CEO of Scentsy. I was shocked. And here we are. So I'm glad Sam D knows all this stuff. I'm glad Wendy knows all this stuff. I'm glad they've been writing hard for all this. I didn't realize that they were on the level of, in my opinion, living in the neighborhood of Gary Young. Do you know what I mean? Living in the neighborhood of Brian Underwood-ish. It just, ugh. Ugh. So, we have this. Now, we are about to look at the compliance email. And then we are about to listen. No, we're not going to listen to. I'm going to read the nasty text message, then the nasty voice message. I'm going to read it. Scentsy could easily move just to an online model where people ordered. They could be on Etsy, or not Etsy. They could be on Amazon. They could sell in Hallmark. They could sell in Disney. They could sell their their wax melters in Disney full time, and people would buy it. They would. All right, here we go. Here's the email. Okay. Yay for redaction. Thank you for contacting the Scentsy compliance team and for bringing this to our attention. We appreciate your commitment to upholding the Scentsy standards. In answer to your question, this particular graphic would be considered a violation of the Scentsy standards, and we are happy to continue researching this issue. But we need more information. To move forward, we need clear documentation of a violation. What, is the graphic not enough? What? Hello? Examples include screenshots, text or instant messaging strings, emails, photos or images, other physical documentation that supports this violation report. We know it can take some time to gather, and we appreciate your efforts. Once we have additional documentation, we can create a ticket for compliance or email. Then we can continue our investigation. Consultants are all the heart of all we do, so thank you. All the best. And for clarification, Wendy said, and just, I didn't want to turn anyone in, but they did nail the person on the bottom of the graphic, but not the person who posted it. Scentsy could set up in a regular retail and completely drop the MLM affiliate part and still make major bank. For sure they could. They could set up in a higher level retail space too. They would make bank at Epcot. They would make bank at any of the hotels at Disney, in the Disney section. When I say the Disney section, the Disney branded, the Disney themed ones in the, each Disney themed area, like Star Wars in the Star Wars section, etc. I personally can find some really great wax melts at Walmart and Target. And there's some really great luxury wax melts too on Etsy that smell really great, that smell really good. And we have some wax melts in our small business linky things in the campsite too, but I have to update those. All right. Here are the text messages of the upset situation. Buckle. Let's see. Uh-oh. It's just a technical difficulty, and that's okay. I'm not going to get upset over it. Things happen. Okay. Let me move this back in here. For some reason, the file got corrupted. So... Here we go. I know you had shared this on Thursday night shift, but it's a violation of Scentsy standards. Just thought I'd point that out. And it's a picture of the graphic we just saw. Just thought I'd let you know before someone else figures it out. Oh, I don't like in which way specifically? Oh. I don't like in which way specifically. Okay. Don't know, but according to compliance, it violates standards. Just sent them the graphic and not that it was posted, because the claim you can make as much as a lawyer and doctor would be my bet, which is what I thought, but they didn't specify, just that it violates the standards. I love that we are wasting ad spend for scammers. I love it. I love wasting ad spend for scammers. Also, on my videos, I only put 4 ads in, and YouTube has been adding like 20 ads, so I have to go back and delete them. Also, live streams, I only am putting ads in every 18 minutes, and I have to go back and delete them all because YouTube's adding them like every 5 minutes. So if you think like, oh my god, Deecee's being so greedy, YouTube's wrecking my life, so I have to go back and delete them. So if you're like frustrated, I am too. I just have to remember to go back and delete them. So I'm sorry about that. Anyways, back to it. And there's enough people out there turning people in, and if someone posts it, they could get turned in. Again, they didn't specify, just said it violates standards and to send them screenshots of who posted it. I, of course, did not respond to the email and won't, but just wanted to let you know. Trying to be nice here, but it didn't work. Yeah, because they got offended about it. Okay. Where did the text messages go? Okay. It said, well, it is what it is. It's been around in venues since probably 2008, but I have to ask, like, why is it that you would send it to them? What was the reason? Because I was curious as to whether it was in compliance, but like I said, I just sent what I was sent to you to them, but if no one is worried about it, then I guess it is what it is. I'm just gonna let it be because, like I said, this was created a long time ago, but originally Scentsy's been used for years, so I'm just gonna let it be. I appreciate the info, but don't see how it's out of compliance, and if they can't give a specific reason until they come to me, it is what it is. Here's the email they sent me, and this is what I sent. Okay. Okay. I hope this is not boring, guys. I'm doing my best. Okay, here it goes, but I'm trying... Let me download the email again because... I messed up and I lost the clear email. Here you go. I'm still trying to understand why you would turn this into compliance when all we're trying to do is help and train. Oh my god. I'm still trying to understand why you would turn this into compliance when all we're trying to do is help and train, and you know that this is an old document that we inserted the income disclosure. So what was the purpose? Why did you do this? I'm not happy. I've always tried to help you, and I feel like you're just stabbing me in the back. What a tantrum. Yes, let me explain. Let me give you the TLDR. This is a little bit of a... This is a high control group hurricane of destruction that we have been on a journey together to Mordor. Okay? Here's what happened. It all started with a video of two people who had been in Scentsy for 17 years and they got terminated because they were doing something. They were doing another MLM and Scentsy didn't like that, and so they got booted. They got yeeted. And a conversation started in the comment section with Wendy in the chat and a grumpy upline and a few other people, and it started where Wendy was offering some insight about not depending on Scentsy, solely depending on Scentsy, and then also giving some numbers about, hey, this really isn't a viable option, and also look at some of the data. And then the grumpy upline, who were keeping anonymous, got really upset, got really defensive, has been getting more and more and more and more heated about everything, has been more and more defensive about protecting Scentsy, even though she hasn't really acknowledged anything that the reps who are upset about what's going on, the reps who are genuinely confused because they got terminated from Scentsy, the rep who is just hardcore defending Scentsy has no empathy for the people who've lost their income. All the grumpy rep has said is, oh my God, you're just a hater. Oh my God, you're just negative. Oh my God. That's not what she said, but that's the vibe. Do you know what I'm saying? And so we have then transitioned into that rep. I think it's the same rep, I'm pretty sure. Got upset about a non-compliant document. But before that, Orville, the Lordship of the Burnt Popcorn, the Lordship of the Order of the Burnt Popcorn. Live chat, we are taking a vote. If you are a squirrel, you are welcome to vote. I need a second of the motion. I put forward the motion to rename Orville his lordship of the Order of the Burnt Popcorn. I just need a second of the motion from one of the squirrels, if we like that, because I'm here for it. Also, it gets us around the name calling, and I find it appropriate, since I cannot stop thinking about popcorn when we talk about him. Michaela has seconded the motion. We need a few votes. Drop a 1. Perfect. If we're voting for it, drop a 1 in the chat, and we'll pass. My friend was selling Kalaka! Hero! My friend was selling North Star drinks for the past 2 years. Today she posted that she's no longer working with them. And her website is down. Something must have happened. Taking a screenshot. 1s. So let it be written, so let it be done. Charlton Heston, let's go. We need to get that clip. Let's go. Orville, his lordship of the Order of the Burnt Popcorn, welcome to Anti-MLM. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Illyria. All right, live chat, you've come through. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The Duke of Arrows Outward. Yes. Yes, also, Yes. Also has the title of the Duke of Arrows Outward. Yes. The Count. The Count of Arrows Outward. I think he is the Count. I think maybe the Count and the Countess of Arrows Outward. Yes, Arrows Outward. That's what he and his Countess have said. Count and Countess of Arrows Outward. I'm here for it. Subscribe for more premium content like this. Squirrel Trails, engaged. All right, now let's read some more nasty emails. I never mentioned anyone's names. And so this text thread is from the grumpy rep. Okay, and it gets worse. It gets worse. I never mentioned anyone's name to compliance as well. I told them in my response that I wasn't interested in sending them screenshots. However, it's very misleading because on average, a lawyer makes $19,000 a month and a doctor makes $13,750 a month. Also, I never mentioned who posted it or where it was posted, and when I responded to Scentsy, I told them I just wanted to know if it was in compliance or not, and nothing more than that. I'm sure you realize that the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, does not allow any MLM to do this and can cause serious fines to Scentsy. For you to say, I knew it was old, isn't true. I had no idea what the timeline was for this graphic when I sent it in and have never seen it before your post. So there's that. So while you think I was backstabbing you, that was not my objective in any way, shape, or form. But misleading is just that, misleading. I also let you know what compliance said. If I was trying to backstab you, do you honestly think I would have sent this to you in the first place? Whew, get 'em. But why would you not ask me?
You know what? Baby Snark? I'm ready for my close-up. Sorry. I'm ready. But why would you not ask me, Hard Return? We don't turn people in, Wendy. We ask. We clarify, Hard Return. And if you just listened to the CA, to the call that went with the training, you would have known it was old and that income statement was attached. Hard Return, call, asterisk.
I did and also, if y'all know, that doesn't do anything to overcome the sin of a non-compliant graphic. Just so we're all on the same page, Miss Ma'am. Okay? Just so we're all on the same page. An income disclosure statement does not cover the multitude of sins of a non-compliant graphic. Okay? Okay. I did after I sent that email and told you it was out of compliance, and you said it wasn't, and it was around for years, so it was good. I did not turn anyone in, period. And on the post itself, there was no income disclosure, and even if there was, it's still out of compliance.
And this is why other leaders hate sharing and training, exclamation point. And I do make more than that document said. So it is possible. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. Hard Return. We will, oh my God, we will so it sounds all better. Word it, hyphen.
We will reword it. Sorry. Oh my God. I feel like I'm going through someone's phone, except Wendy's letting us go through, the screenshots, and I'm like, my soul's getting a little bit of a jump. Countess of Arrows Outward. Okay, we finished that one. Let's see this one. Okay. I need to go over here to make sure. Sorry. For some reason. Thank you for bearing with me during these technical difficulties. Please keep your hands and feet inside the ride for the safety of everyone while we try to get the ride moving as soon as possible. We appreciate your patience. Oh, here we go. Download. Oops. You and I both know that when you join an MLM in the starting years, you have the opportunity to make good money, but once the market is saturated, it's almost impossible. Now, there may be that one or two that have, but it's super rare and it's just the facts.
That's a lie. You tell yourself, Wendy. Hard return, hard return. So because you believe it, you want to take it away from others. Hard return, hard return, hard return. And put you in touch with people. Lowercase Wendy, exclamation point. I can tell you people who make $2,000 a month. That is more than they make now. Hard return, hard return. Life changing is different for everyone. Hard return. Lowercase, I am done with this conversation. Again, you do not support this type of model based on countless conversations. Hard return. I am sorry you cannot or won't see what is possible, but I am here for the ones who want it. And if you don't, it's not for you. Hard return. I wanted to see you do well and help you in many ways, but you constantly tell me I am feeding BS.
I don't know if she speaks like that, but I'm feeling the intensity. Baby Snark sometimes just takes it a little bit too far. Okay, you go with that if you choose, but I know what facts exist. Many studies have been done on MLMs by the Federal Trade Commission, hence why they've been given a bad name, because it's deceptive. How is me asking compliance a question taking away from others? I am a rule follower and I believe that's how people should be, but maybe I'm wrong. As for $2,000 a month, it's only $24,000 a year and not nearly what a doctor or lawyer makes. Again, that graphic is deceptive as hell, regardless of how old it is. As for me telling you, you've fed me BS, okay, but that didn't happen. But I called things out? Absolutely. As for turning anyone in, again, it didn't happen, and I never mentioned names or screenshots. I'm gonna take a little drink. Baby Snark's drying out my... I hope Baby Snark's making up for the technical difficulties because I'm doing my best. All right, we're going to read the nasty voice message in Baby Snark. Buckle up. Give some love to Wendy in the chat because someone going after you like this sucks. And when you're like going hard for an MLM, people go hard for you to try to silence you, and it's a tactic. And people trying to make you be quiet is it's pretty lonely and it's rough on your mental health. So, especially if you're going through health stuff too. I don't know. It sucks. All right. Just want to double check. The voice message is okay if I read it, right? Hasn't worked yet and won't work either. Good. Good. Cool.
I just want to warm up my voice. Hey, Wendy. So I wanted to send you a voice message because I think it's better than a text message about what went down the other day to give maybe some insight and perspective. I'm not happy about how I handled that necessarily.
When people say that, I'm not happy about how I handled that necessarily. It's like, I'm saying that, but I kind of am happy how I handled that, but I am going to say this so that I'm going to try to smooth things over, but I'm actually okay with how I handled that, but I'm just doing this to do it, so I'm going to save face. Mind you, both myself and my husband were sick at the time that this happened. I cannot. The lack of empathy. It's the same thing we saw in the comment section. If you are just coming in now, not that I'm saying you have to go back 2 hours, but if you are crafty or if you play games or if you want to like rage while you work, this person is the same like grumpy emoji person from the beginning. The lack of empathy that you're about to hear is a consistent pattern of behavior. So,
Buckle up. But I want to maybe provide some insight as to what went down that you wouldn't have seen. The document is very old.
hey, I still like want to prove my side, and I am not okay that you didn't come over to my side of thinking, and I really am right. So I want you to agree with what I was talking about, and my fit that I threw in the text messages, that was okay. And so I'm going to defend my position, and you should be okay with how I behaved. That's how I see that. That's the story I'm making up from what she just said. I could be totally wrong.
It is from 2007 to 2008 time frame when blank used to teach that kind of method. Oh, the FTC violation kind of method. Oh, it doesn't say that, sorry. So it's like a super old document that we shared on Thursday night shift because we were talking about the system and we had people who use the system and built their business that way. And someone had asked for the image and we just like put it together in there because of the system itself.
I'm not really taking any ownership of it, but it just kind of appeared out of thin air by magic, and I just don't really you should be totally okay with it because I used it, but it didn't really harm anybody. And because it didn't really harm anybody, I don't really think you should be that mad at me. And I don't really think compliance should be that mad at me. And I'm still trying to position myself as the right person in this situation. Do you know what I'm trying to say, Wendy? What direction are this lady's arrows going? They're going towards Wendy, of course. They're going towards Wendy. The arrows are going towards Wendy. The arrows are going towards Wendy. Of course.
Her and her husband are very sick. They were arguing with her about the document that was, almost 20 years old. And it frazzled kind of everybody. And I was like, wait, why would she not come to me and say, this is what I think is out of compliance?
Excuse me. You're so busy trying to be right that you didn't read a damn thing in the text message exchange with Wendy. I just I can't even fathom, listen, I have reading comprehension issues, big time. The live chat knows it. I'm a picture person. Truly. Everyone in live chat's going to tell you. I've been looking at PowerPoints. I've looked at PowerPoints before, and I've looked at a graph, and I'm like, what are we looking at? And everyone in the live chat will say, there's a title at the top. You know what I'm saying? We read the paragraphs, and Wendy couldn't have been clearer. She said, I just want to know what's out of compliance, and I'm not turning anyone in. And she told you multiple times, one time after the other, I'm not turning you in. I'm not turning you in. I'm not turning you in. But hey, by the way, this is out of compliance and you shouldn't be sharing it. And oh, by the way, even if you have an income disclosure statement with it, it still doesn't make this compliant. And oh, by the way, even you shared this online and you didn't include an income disclosure statement with it, and that makes it not compliant. And even if you did, it's still not compliant. And I'm telling you in private so you don't get embarrassed in public. You just don't like being told that you are wrong, in my opinion, Miss Ma'am. Hello? Tell me I'm wrong.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. And it's interesting that she has...
It's interesting that she has empathy for someone when it positions her for her point to prove that she's right, but she has no empathy for Wendy when Wendy and her husband are sick. Interesting, right?
It is interesting to me. Instead of going to compliance, because we know how it goes and what transpired from that, and that cost, a couple of hours worth of time, even though you didn't necessarily turn anybody's name in. No, not necessarily. Wendy didn't turn anybody's name in. You chicken nugget. That's what happened. And it just was, I was just so upset about the fact that, we're trying to help people, and I felt personally attacked, and I let my emotions get the better of me.
It's called emotional agility, and, maybe go to therapy. You get to feel bad because you were doing the wrong thing. Shame is healthy. Guilt is healthy. Carried guilt, unhealthy. Carried shame, unhealthy. Shame is healthy. Guilt is healthy. It says that we are operating outside of our core values. That is okay to feel bad because you did the wrong thing. You were sharing something that was non-compliant so that you could get more people to join your team so that you could make more money. Right? Or someone called you out because you were doing the wrong thing. Or someone called you out and you weren't going to be able to make the money that you were making before? Which one was it? What do y'all think, live chat? I mean, Wendy knows this person. Like, Wendy, do you think that she was upset because that poster was getting her recruits, and now that she couldn't use it, she was not going to be able to get the recruits that she was getting before? I don't know her.
And for that, I do apologize. But she doesn't just suck that apology right back. It was kind of everything was taken out of context. My temper tantrum, you know what I mean? Like, you deserved it. And then it transpired into this huge snowball effect. And this woman's husband is sick and she's sick. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And Kelly's like, what the hell happened? And I'm like, I don't know. You don't know that you were sharing a non-compliant document and Wendy was super clear that you were sharing a non-compliant document? What do you mean you don't know? There's literally an electronic trail that you can follow and you know what happened. Hello? Hello? Ma'am? Do you need a new, cord for your phone? So you can charge it and look at your screenshots? And so it was just kind of like this big thing. And I'm a very protective person. Of yourself, of your ego. And I felt immediately like I needed to come to protect them. And what they tried to do for this company as a whole in their business. Over an awful poster? And so, yes, that document is out of compliance now, but it, wasn't when it was originally created. Yes, it was when it was originally created. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Ma'am? And now it's just the verbiage. And while the verbiage sucks, I still stand behind it because I know people who joined 7 years ago who are making double what I make. And I know what I make. So while I understand it's hard and it does take work and direct sales isn't for everybody, I'm here to help show people what's possible in their belief. She's not sorry. So I hope by sending this message, it makes more sense. It doesn't. You're not sorry. What? And that you can hear it differently than in a text. But I'm really not sorry. And I still hope that your husband is doing well. I'm still going to send prayers for you, and I still enjoy watching you share all of your beautiful puppies. So I hope that we can move forward. Bye. She didn't say bye. I said it. Cute, cute, cute.
Yes, all of that was a voicemail. I was being a little bit of a brat. She sounds in the voicemail, because I've heard it. I transcribed this in my deal. We're going to listen to what her voice sounds like because I'm going to play the video. Not this video. I'm going to play 2 clips of her. And her face is covered. And we may cover her some more with her face covered because she's a delight. She's not sorry. She was not sorry in the voicemail. She used a voicemail to try to manipulate Wendy, in my opinion, to push Wendy into feeling bad about telling her that her document was out of compliance. And I bet you that her document was out of compliance in 2008. 10 months. Moving on up. Thank you. Okay, what do we need? What animal do we need? Do we need a bunny? No. Fireworks coming on up. A corgi? Yes, we do. Oops.
Well, we're moving on up to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
Thank you so much. I'm very grateful to the members. Thank you so much. Fireworks are off screen. Flashing lights are off screen. I'm very blessed. Thank you for the members. Thank you for the subscribers. Thank you so much. We are on an odd number of likes. If y'all would take pity on me, y'all know how I feel about odd numbers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was posted after the comments on the couple's video. Ah. The past doesn't erase current sins. All right, let's watch the video. 29 months. Emberry. Do we need pomp and circumstance? I think we do. Red Panda? Fireworks on screen. Ah, okay, Wendy. All right, fireworks off screen. Now, really quickly, if y'all wonder, this is quite weird. Why do we like kazoos? I'll just tell you the quick story. It's very quick. It has to do with a multi-level marketer named Kevin Tinter. We snuck into a conference, an Optavia conference. Optavia is a weight loss multi-level marketing company, and they were having the conference in a church, and it was a closed conference, and it was one of the life-changing events for me because of information that we were able to get for a family based off of something that happened at the conference, and it was like a very wild subscriber / crossing of the, I don't know. We were able to get information from the conference to give to a subscriber for something incredible. It was great. It was like a life-changing thing for me. Anyways, one of the MLM leaders there was a speaker. Speaker had finished their talk. People were clapping. because the speaker had finished walking off stage. People were still clapping, and someone in the audience was playing a kazoo, not obnoxiously, just when people were clapping. And people, as they were slowing the clapping down, the kazoo was still playing, but it wasn't like continuing to go as the clapping had stopped. And Kevin Tinter takes his microphone and says, "Whoever's playing the kazoo needs to stop right now." But he said it in his like super overbearing, whatever, dead serious, hateful, like, I don't know. But something in my soul said, I'm going to love kazoos for the rest of my life because my love of kazoos was forged in the fire of Kevin Tinter's hate. And so we try to find every single song on the planet that is played by kazoos. And that's why the member milestone for 12 months is a kazoo. Anyways, so that's why Pomp and Circumstance is a kazoo. End of the story. Here's the song. Thank you so much for being a member. All right. And Wendy said, good night. Wendy said the one we're about to watch was in the chat, and this is the probably last video, and then we'll be done because it's a long stream. All right. Where did I put the video? MP4. Where did I export it to? There we go.
This is for the message for the person.
These are all about Wendy. / anti-MLM / you know. Mm-hmm. Do we like the consistent, like, emote? Let's read the caption of, I took the screenshot of that was attached to this. I think I did.
This is for
and I put it in here. Okay. For the love of every...
Oh. For the love of everything. Hard return. Good night. For the love of everything, when will the victim mentality going to stop taking over the world for exclamation points? Hard return, hard return. If you're constantly feeling stuck, frustrated, or like the world is out to get you, it might be time for a reality check. Sometimes you are the problem. A victim mentality keeps you trapped in a cycle of blame and excuses, pointing fingers at everyone but yourself. Hard return, hard return. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Start asking, what can I do to change it? Take a hard look in the mirror. Do some deep self-reflection and be honest about where you need to grow. Hard return, hard return. Owning your mistakes and mindset is where real change begins. When you stop being a victim and start being accountable, you'll see just how powerful you really are. Take control. Make the shift and watch your life transform. Hard return, hard return. Please, so you can stop being the rest of the world bringing the rest of the world down with you. Said with love. Heart hands. Ugh. Delightful.
What a delight. Uh-huh. Apparently, I can bring the world all the way down with me just by asking questions. Apparently, I have superpowers. Apparently, good ideas cannot stand up to scrutiny. Apparently, good people cannot stand up to scrutiny. Apparently, good businesses cannot stand up to scrutiny. Huh. Can you imagine if the is it the Hoover Dam? Could not stand up to the forces that it needs to since it was built to process all that water. Yeah, can you just imagine? Oh, but like the churning and stuff is so negative. Like all the pressure, that's just negative. All the pressing against that, just negative. Just, negative. Okay. Here we go. What we've been waiting for, my favorite, a picture.
This is for the message for the person whose life constantly sucks and everything happens to you and you are literally the victim of every single situation you face in your life. I'm going to tell you something somebody might not be willing to tell you. You're the problem. You are the problem. If everything in your life sucks and everything around you sucks and everybody is out to get you, you are the fucking problem. You. Fix it. You're welcome. Super real question.
Sorry, I added another one. That's not always a problem. Now, if you're wondering at the beginning of the stream and maybe you don't care, when I was in PHP, the partial hospitalization program, the outpatient program before that, that's a story for another day. We did highs and lows. We don't do the toxic positivity. The highs and lows, you normally can find one. Even if you're like on the floor, having the worst day possible, your mental health is just, you're scraping it off, the bathroom floor. A high sometimes is being able to brush your teeth. A high sometimes is being able to get out of bed. A high sometimes is being able to brush your hair. A high sometimes is like being able to change your shirt. Those are some highs that maybe people in MLM don't even like consider or respect or whatever. Sometimes a high is being able to stay hydrated. Sometimes a high is consistently taking your medicine if you are on medication. Sometimes, whatever it is, sometimes a high is remembering to eat, if that makes sense. And sometimes a low is just acknowledging like you had a shitty pain day. Or sometimes a low is you maybe got in an argument with someone. Or sometimes a low is like whatever it is, you acknowledge it. You don't just, I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to think about it. I'm closing my eyes. I can't do it because it's going to contaminate me. No, you have lows and you have highs. And that's it. Like you have some and you have others, and it's not, you're waiting for something really good to happen and you're not acknowledging the bad stuff. And it happens even on really bad mental health days, and it happens on really good mental health days. There's her talking about victim mentality, like bullshit. Sometimes life sucks. Sometimes life sucks when you have chronic pain, and sometimes life sucks if you don't struggle with chronic pain. And guess what? Sometimes life especially sucks when you're stuck in a pyramid scheme and where 99.6% of people don't make any money, lose money, or go into debt. Because it's a broken compensation model. And I say it's broken because you cannot, the company cannot track making commission off of customers. It only tracks making commission. It only tracks meaningful commission off of reps. Tell me I'm wrong. Ugh. All right. Let's get back to it. Rippity rip rip. Here we go.
Why are there so many haters out there against direct sales and network marketing? Is it because perhaps you gave it a half-hearted effort and it didn't pay you like you wanted it to, and it cost you like a hobby because you in fact treated a business like a hobby?
Stop.
Which is fine, but you can't complain about not making money if you didn't treat a business like a business.
Okay, stop gaslighting me. I'll tell you my story real quick. I was in Mary Kay and I worked it like a business. I was in a state. I was in Mississippi, and I went from 0 customers to 400 customers. I got into 20 schools. I met with every single principal. I did teacher events that I thought were meaningful and professional and that added value. I basically went cold, like from cold customer to warm customer, and I managed my customers and I was top 10 seller in our national area as a consultant. Okay? I worked my ass off. And I still did not make good money in Mary Kay because, say it with me, you make the good money when you're recruiting people. That's the way the compensation model works the best. And you're going to tell me I didn't work hard? I was working over 40 hours a week. Oh, but you probably weren't really working. You need to tell me exactly what you were doing, and I'm going to find problems and to show you that, like, where you were actually messing up. Excuse me? No. I was driving 8 hours every 2 weeks to go get training in Texas. You're telling me I wasn't committed to actually making it work? Stop. You're going to gaslight people and tell them that they aren't actually committed to making it work. Guess what? I think you're forgetting that 99.6% of people don't make any money, lose money, or go into debt in multi-level marketing. If you listed out everybody in Scentsy and the person that made, you listed out every single person and what they earned from the least amount of money to the most amount of money. And then you went right in the middle. I bet that number's 0. Which is pretty wild. Oh, but what about the average? I don't give a shit about the average. Why would that matter? Why would you care about the average? The person in the middle is making 0. When does the person start making money? And why would you care about the average? Are people on your team making money? Is everyone on your team making money? But then you're going to gaslight people and say, oh, if you're not making money, it's just you're not treating it like a business. Come on, dude.
A hobby will cost you like a hobby, and a business will pay you like money if you do the right things. So if you've got questions about direct sales or anything like that, I would love to answer your questions very honestly. I'm not here to like debate or argue with things. I just think that so many people are easy to jump on the negativity train, but they don't really have all the facts, or they just listen to somebody else's negative experience. Well, how about listening to tens of thousands of other positive experiences? Because this industry alone produces more millionaire women than any other industry in the world.
Where's the data?
So
show me the data.
It isn't for everybody, excuse me, but it is for those who want something, who are willing to go do something to earn an income. Yeah, I want to talk. If you have questions, let's be friends.
You're not going to argue with someone? Please see the text messages that we showed about 20 minutes ago. You're not going to argue with someone? Hello? It's interesting when you bring the receipts, what people end up saying, and then their electronic receipts end up telling on them. We may just have to continue to redact and maybe take a look at online training that's available, because it sounds like hypocrisy to me. It does sound like hypocrisy to me. And the unethical, I say unethical, treating your team like dirt rubs me the wrong way. Gaslighting your team rubs me the wrong way. Because of my experiences in MLM, and it's not just me going, oh, I had a bad experience, so I'm going to go pick on people when I think they're treating their team badly. No. One of my core values is treating people, I guess, as honesty is, and hypocrisy rubs me the wrong way. Is truthfulness, hypocrisy rubs me the wrong way. And for her to say what she did in that clip and then to read all these text messages, it rubs me the wrong way. What tens of thousands because they don't even have that many consultants. Last January, they only had 89,320. And then those who left, I'm sure, will say how great it is. She always makes it sound like she's so wonderful and perfect, but yet when you look, you can see it's not true. The receipts tell a different story. And that's fine. If you're fine with what you wrote, cool. That's the one thing. If you're fine with what you wrote, cool. Cool. So that is the, I think this video shows the intensity of some reps to defend MLM at all costs without logic, with the idea that with like what they've been trained to do. And you see it from the beginning when you join an MLM. Your family can't be trusted. They're going to try to talk you out of it. Your friends can't be trusted. They're going to try to talk you out of it. There's going to be people who don't believe in MLM because they're predisposed to judging the business model. So be prepared. And so you start to build up this kind of thick wall of us versus them. And to get out of it, it takes a while. But when we saw the back and forth in the comment section, we saw a lack of empathy with people who have been, we saw a lack of empathy with people who had lost their position, who had lost their 1099 contractorship with Scentsy. And she just went basically for the throat. No empathy. When, if that person had still been in Scentsy, that person wouldn't have been the enemy. Which is wild. It is wild. And then when we saw the text back and forth, there was literally that enemy back and forth. When Wendy said over and over, I didn't turn you in. I didn't turn you in. I didn't turn you in. Because the compliance issue was a threat to this rep that she could be separated from Scentsy. And from the beginning, she was taught it's Scentsy or bust. It's Scentsy or bust. It's Scentsy or bust. So it's that high control group tactic. It's that bite model. It's the influence continuum. It's all the things. So again, we are streaming World Tour, his lordship of the Order of the Burnt Popcorn and his lady, the count of the arrow, what is it? Arrows outward, whatever we said, and his countess. We will see them on the 31st. Thank you for joining me. 3 hours. I know it's long. Welcome to my long live streams. Baby Snark welcomes you. The Polite Demon Lawyer. I appreciate y'all sitting through some of the technical difficulties. Remember, we don't drink the Kool-Aid. We analyze the ingredients. Don't forget to hydrate, take your meds, and grab a snack. It's good for your mental and physical well-being, and I will see you next time. Wendy, thank you for your support and all of the deets and the receipts. So I know. Thank y'all for sitting. If you could stay all 3 hours, I'll see you next time. Bye.